Imagine a life where you're in complete control of your emotions, no more being overwhelmed by anxiety, anger, or stress. That's the power of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can transform the way you experience life. In this video, we'll reveal 9 Stoic secrets that will help you take charge of your emotions and achieve a greater sense of inner peace. Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Joni, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of Stoicism. Now, you might be wondering, what is Stoicism, and how can it help me control my emotions? Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that focuses on developing self-control, resilience, and a rational approach to life's challenges. The Stoics, such as Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, believe that our emotions are often the result of our own thoughts and judgments, rather than external events. By learning to manage our thoughts and perceptions, we can gain mastery over our emotional responses. In this video, we'll explore 9 powerful Stoic lessons that you can apply to your everyday life to achieve greater emotional control and personal growth. So, get ready to unlock the secrets of Stoicism and transform the way you experience the world around you. Lesson number 1, the dichotomy of control. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, which states that we have control over certain things in our lives and we don't have control over others. The things we have control over are our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions. The things we don't have control over are the actions of others, the weather, or the past. Recognizing this distinction is crucial because it allows us to focus our energy and attention on the things we can actually influence, rather than wasting time and effort on things that are beyond our control. When we accept this reality, we can let go of the need to control everything and instead focus on what we can change. As Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By applying the dichotomy of control, you can learn to respond to life's challenges in a more rational and constructive way, rather than being driven by emotional reactions. Lesson number 2, negative visualization. Another powerful Stoic technique is negative visualization, which involves imagining the worst-case scenarios and preparing for them mentally. This may sound like a pessimistic approach, but the Stoics believe that by considering the most challenging scenarios, we can build resilience and appreciation for the good things we have in our lives. Imagine, for example, losing your job or experiencing a major health scare. By mentally rehearsing these situations, you can develop a plan of action and cultivate the inner resources to handle them effectively. This exercise can also help you to appreciate the things you have in your life, rather than taking them for granted. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." By shifting our mindset and preparing for the worst, we can actually reduce the emotional impact of negative events and become more adaptable to life's ups and downs. Lesson number 3, memento mori. Memento mori is a Stoic concept that translates to remember that you will die. This may sound morbid, but the Stoics believe that reflecting on our own mortality could lead to a more meaningful and purposeful life. When we're constantly reminded of our finite existence, it can help us prioritize what's truly important and let go of the trivial concerns that often consume our attention. It can also foster a greater sense of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment, as we recognize that our time on earth is limited. As Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." By embracing memento mori, we can learn to make the most of the time we have and focus on the things that truly matter, rather than getting caught up in the superficial or the temporary. Lesson number 4, amor fati. Amor fati, or love of fate, is another key Stoic concept that can help us cultivate a more positive and accepting mindset. The idea is to embrace and even love the circumstances of our lives, even the difficult and challenging ones. This doesn't mean we should passively accept everything that happens to us. Rather, it's about developing the perspective that whatever happens is an opportunity for growth, learning, and personal development. By adopting an amor fati mindset, we can see adversity as a chance to build resilience, rather than something to be feared or resisted. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Life is your perception of it." By choosing to perceive the events in our lives through a lens of acceptance and even appreciation, we can free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies life's difficulties. Lesson number 5, equanimity. Equanimity is a state of inner balance and emotional stability that the Stoics valued highly. It's about maintaining a calm and centered perspective, even in the face of life's ups and downs. The Stoics believed that equanimity was essential for making wise and rational decisions, as it allows us to avoid being swayed by the intensity of our emotions. By cultivating equanimity, we can respond to situations with clarity and objectivity, rather than being driven by impulse or knee-jerk reactions. Achieving equanimity doesn't mean suppressing our emotions or becoming emotionless. Rather, it's about learning to observe our emotions with detachment and understanding, rather than being controlled by them. This can be a lifelong practice, but the rewards are immense: greater inner peace, better decision-making, and a more resilient approach to life's challenges. Lesson number 6, focusing on what you can control. As we've discussed, the Stoics believe that we have control over our thoughts, judgments, and actions, but not the external events and circumstances of our lives. This principle of focusing on what we can control is a powerful tool for managing our emotions. When we find ourselves getting caught up in worrying about things we can't control, such as the actions of others or the state of the world, it can be a recipe for anxiety, frustration, and a sense of helplessness. By shifting our focus to the things we can influence, we can regain a sense of agency and empowerment. This might involve concentrating on our own thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors, and making conscious choices about how we respond to life's challenges. It could also mean taking constructive action in areas where we do have control, rather than getting bogged down in fruitless worrying. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By harnessing the power of this Stoic principle, you can learn to channel your energy and attention in a more productive and emotionally balanced way. Lesson number 7, practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware in the moment, is a key aspect of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that by cultivating mindfulness, we could reduce the influence of our often turbulent thoughts and emotions and achieve a greater sense of inner calm. By staying grounded in the present moment, rather than ruminating on the past or worrying about the future, we can become more attuned to our thoughts and feelings. This self-awareness can help us make more conscious and intentional choices about how we respond to life's challenges. Practicing mindfulness can take many forms, such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply pausing throughout the day to check in with ourselves. By making mindfulness a regular part of our lives, we can develop the skills to navigate difficult emotions and maintain a clear, focused perspective. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." By practicing mindfulness, we can learn to shape our thoughts and emotions in a way that supports our well-being and personal growth. Lesson number 8, embracing simplicity. The Stoics believed in the value of simplicity both in terms of material possessions and in our inner lives. They argued that the pursuit of wealth, status, and material comforts often leads to a cluttered and stressful existence, distracting us from what's truly important. By embracing a more minimalist and simple lifestyle, we can free up mental and emotional resources to focus on the things that matter most to us. This might involve decluttering our physical spaces, simplifying our routines, or letting go of the need to constantly acquire more possessions. But the Stoic concept of simplicity goes beyond just material things. It's also about cultivating a more streamlined and focused mindset, where we're not constantly bombarded by the noise of our own thoughts and worries. By learning to let go of the unnecessary and concentrate on what's essential, we can achieve a greater sense of inner peace and clarity. As Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." By embracing simplicity, we can create the space for the things that truly nourish our souls and support our emotional well-being. Lesson number 9, cultivating gratitude. The final Stoic lesson we'll explore is the importance of cultivating gratitude. The Stoics believe that by appreciating the good things in our lives, no matter how small, we could counteract the natural human tendency to focus on the negative and dwell on our problems. Practicing gratitude can take many forms, such as keeping a daily gratitude journal, taking a moment to appreciate the simple pleasures of the present moment, or expressing appreciation to the people in our lives. By shifting our attention to the things we're grateful for, we can begin to shift our overall mindset and outlook on life. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." By choosing to focus on the positive and be thankful for what we have, we can cultivate a more resilient and optimistic approach to life's challenges. Well, there you have it. 9 powerful Stoic lessons that can help you take control of your emotions and achieve greater inner peace. From the dichotomy of control to the power of gratitude, these ancient principles offer a timeless wisdom that is just as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Remember, the journey to emotional mastery is not a quick fix, but a lifelong practice. By consistently applying these Stoic lessons, you can gradually transform the way you experience the ups and downs of life and develop a more resilient, balanced, and fulfilling way of being. So, what are you waiting for? Start incorporating these Stoic secrets into your daily life and watch as you gain a new level of control over your emotions and your overall well-being. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.